Hi and welcome. So in this section we will be learning about React hooks. So the way that I'm going to teach you React hooks, it's a bit different because I'm not going to show you basic console.log or doing a basic stuff. I'm going to show you React hooks in a real life situation. Okay, but before I will show you what we are going to learn, what we are going to do, I just will go through the documentation and show you, or let's get ourselves a brief introduction to React hooks. So first of all, I want you to jump over to reactjs.org if you of course have time, and if you, let's say, want, or you can watch me do that. So here in the reactjs.org, in the navigation, click on docs or documentation. From the get started page, I want you to take a look here on the right hand side. We have hooks. Click on it to drop down this menu and click on introducing hooks. Once you do that, introducing let's read at least this paragraph right here. Okay, so hooks are a new addition in React 16.8. They let you use state and other React features without writing a class. What does that paragraph really mean? What does especially this part right here, without writing a class? Why they don't like the idea of classes, and why have they replaced it with hooks? So first of all, hooks are a new addition. Well, you will notice that later on hooks are just functions, JavaScript functions, or they are special type of functions, and we can make use of them. But they have a special rules, and also we can use them in a specific ways only. So they are a special type of functions. Okay, and what make them special, because we have to follow some rules. Second of all, you cannot use them everywhere, so that will make it a bit special. But don't worry, we are gonna go through them in a, let's say, in a very easy way. So now at least you have a basic idea what are hooks. Now, why we are going to use hooks? We can just, let's say, stick with the class-based component of creating React application and so on. Here they have mentioned you can use other React features without writing a class. If you are familiar with the object-oriented, let's say, principles, for example, let's say inheritance and other stuff, then you already have a, let's say, clear idea about object-oriented programming and why it is hard. And by the way, object-oriented programming are just a style of programming. And what do I mean by style of programming is that you can write code, but you have to follow some rules. Okay, so this is what does object-oriented programming mean. And we have the idea of this keyword, the constructor function, inheritance. These kind of topics are confusing for even intermediate level developers, so they are a bit confusing. Okay, and by the way, I highly encourage you to check out any tutorial about object-oriented programming, and you will understand what do I mean. Object-oriented programming, it's a bit difficult. Okay, and using React with object-oriented programming it doesn't make sense for beginner developers who just want to use React immediately. React is supposed to be easy for building user interfaces and so on. And having the idea of object-oriented programming in React, I believe, just will make it will add another layer of difficulty to React. So I think they have they replace it with hooks, which will make it really easy for you to start with React and building components. And this is the whole idea of React, which is to build scalable, higher performance user interface in a very easy way. Now you understand, up to this point you have understood the what and the why behind React. So now how we are gonna learn about React hooks. So fortunately, recently I have developed a full stack application called Bookshin. Okay, and it's a full stack application for managing a bookstore or a library or something like that. So what I will show, it's a massive project. It has a lot of features. Okay, countless of features. So what we are gonna do, I will show you where exactly I have used hooks and how to use them in a massive project. Okay, so this is the idea that I'm gonna use. I will show you React hooks in a massive project. Okay, so you will be able to do a lot of stuff. So this is the way that I'm going to teach you React hooks. So now you need to understand something, is that we do have a lot of hooks. We do have a lot of hooks. And of course, more and more hooks are coming in the future. Okay, but what I'm going to teach you, I'm not going to teach you all the hooks. I'm going to teach you the most popular ones, and after that I'm going to give you, let's say, a way of learning new hooks. But here I have a very simple slide that at least will show you some of the popular hooks that we are gonna, let's say, we are gonna learn in the next few videos. Of course, we are gonna learn about more, but we will start with these ones. And by the way, a quick note about hooks: whenever you see use and after that word whatever, that means it's a hook. By convention, we start any hook with use. So we can, for example, use state, use effect, use ref or references, use context, use params or parameters, use location, use history, and use callback. Whenever you see use and after that letters, word, whatever, that means it's a hook. Okay, so again, and it's all these hooks right here, they are self-explanatory. I think, for example, the use state will help us to make use of the React state. The use effect, we will take a look on that. But again, my point here is that by convention, we start the name of any hook with use. And then we put the thing that we want to make use of. For example, use location, use whatever. So now you have understood the what, why, and how. Okay, so in the next video, what I want you to do here, where's I think here's VS Code. I have VS Code open with an empty React project. And if you don't know how to create a React project, then very simple. Here, jump over to your desktop. Okay, like by saying cd desktop, whatever, and then type mbx and create hyphen React app. Okay, so mbx create React app, and then give it any name. In my case, I just called it React hooks. Hit enter. That will generate a new React application to start up with. Okay, so if you want to start from scratch, then you can do it like so. And if you don't want, then you can, for example, jump on the resources to this lecture and you can download all the necessary or the same project that I have. Okay, and by the way, quick note here, we are using mbx. Mbx, it's a task runner. Okay, so you can go ahead and run any task. In this case, we are creating a React application, and it's not mbm, it is mbx, which is a task runner. So with that being said, I think everything now you have up and ready, and in the next video we will start with our first hook. So I will see you in another one.